Yo, how's it going, family? Would like to extend my respects, mis saludos, my condolences to the Lasorda family. Just want to touch a quick little the subject of Tommy Lasorda, rest in peace. Born on September 22nd, 1927. He was an American professional baseball pitcher and manager. He managed the Los Angeles Dodgers of Major League Baseball from 1976 through 1996. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame as a manager in 1997. Lasorda played in the MLB for the Dodgers in 1954 and 1955 and for the Kansas City Athletics in 1956. He coached for the Dodgers from 1973 through 1976 before taking over as a manager. Lasorda won 2 World Series championships as manager of the Dodgers and was named the Manager of the Year of the National League twice. The Dodgers retired his number 2, forever in the hearts and minds of all fans. Much love and respect. Rest in peace, Tommy Lasorda. However, my people, friends, and family, I got this little video together for his memory, out of respect. Just for those of you that don't know who he is, I'm just gonna touch different subjects and show different videos and pictures of him. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit me with a like. Gracias.
To find out if the Dodgers are playing at home or on the road. Now that's pride. Pride in the organization that you represent.
Tommy Lasorda seldom said or did anything half-heartedly, calling the day he was named manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers, September 29, 1976, the greatest day of my life. It was more than just a statement, it was a belief that Tommy Lasorda would follow his entire life. Baseball, specifically Dodgers baseball, was his life calling.
I said to my wife, I said, you want to know something, Joe? One day I'm going to be in that dugout managing the Dodgers to a World Series. 14 years later, I managed the Dodgers in the World Series in 1977 against the Yankees.
Lasorda shared his message with everyone willing to listen, children and adults, fans and non-fans, politicians, celebrities, and especially his players, that there is no greater honor in baseball than to be a part of the Dodgers. Lasorda wore Dodger blue, he bled Dodger blue, and he often spoke of a higher power.
And looking up at the big Dodger in the sky and saying, thank you for allowing me to play here at Dodger Stadium.
If I could have seen God and wrote down on a piece of paper, had written down on a piece of paper what kind of life I would like to have, he couldn't give me a better one than I got.
At various stages of his life, Lasorda was a player, coach, manager, soldier, salesman, executive, advisor, Hall of Famer, and he was always a character.
He's going to move that over now. Look at him go. He says, you don't make fun of me or my ball club.
Then you think it'll be best, John, I'll go over it because I know you're very knowledgeable.
Born September 22, 1927 in Norristown, Pennsylvania, Thomas Charles Lasorda, Tommy, would become one of the most recognizable faces and personable ambassadors the Dodgers organization, the city of Los Angeles, and the game of baseball would ever know. A left-handed pitcher, Lasorda's professional playing career began in the Phillies minor league system in 1945. A man who would later be a teammate of pitching greats Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale, and manager to Don Sutton, Tommy John, and Orel Hershiser, Lasorda would be the unlikeliest of pitchers to set the then professional record with a 25 strikeout game.
I had 53 strikeouts in three ball games. 53. 25, 15, and 13.
His minor league success would later catch the attention of the Brooklyn Dodgers, who acquired Lasorda in 1949. On May 5th, 1955, the mediocre lefty made his first major league start and once again made history, uncorking 3 wild pitches in the first inning. Dodgers manager Walter Alston had seen enough, pulling Lasorda, and his career as a Dodgers starter was over after just 1 inning. A 19-year-old left-hander named Sandy Koufax would take Lasorda's place on the team.
It took one of the greatest left-hand pitchers in baseball to knock me off of that Brooklyn club. And I still think they made a mistake.
Although he never pitched for the team after June and never won a game, Lasorda would win a World Series ring with the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. He pitched for the Kansas City Athletics in 1956, making his final major league appearance, finishing his career with an 0-4 record. Then one final trade that would change the direction of his life.
I said, look, Lee, if I'm not going to get back in the big leagues, at least send me back to the Dodgers. That's where I want to be. And by golly, he did. He made a trade for me, and here I was back with the Dodgers again. And from then on, that's what I did.
Tommy Lasorda's post-playing career with the Dodgers began in 1961 as a scout, then manager, first in the rookie leagues, then the Pioneer and Pacific Coast leagues. In 1973, he became the third base coach for Hall of Fame manager Walter Alston and was widely regarded as Alston's heir apparent, turning down several major league managerial offers in order to stay in the Dodgers organization. Alston retired in September 1976, and it was then Lasorda's greatest day that would come to define who he was.
It's a pleasure for me to introduce Tommy Lasorda.
This is the greatest day of my life in baseball. To be selected as the manager of an organization that I love so dearly.
Over the next 21 years, Lasorda's passion for baseball and the organization extended through the Dodgers. During his tenure, his players included an MVP, 2 Cy Young Award winners, and 66 All-Stars. His players won 9 Rookie of the Year awards, including every season from 1979 to 1982, and again from 1992 to 1996. Team success came in Lasorda's first year at the helm. In 1977, the Dodgers started the season 22-4 and won the National League West by 10 games, with Steve Garvey, Reggie Smith, Ron Cey, and Dusty Baker making the Dodgers the first team to have 4 players hit 30 or more home runs in the same season. Although the Dodgers would lose the World Series in 6 games to the Yankees, it was in Game 4 when pulling starter Doug Rauch in the second inning that a mic'd-up Tommy Lasorda announced his intensity to a national audience.
I don't give a don't you? Well, I may be wrong, but that's my job.
The following season, the Dodgers repeated as champions of the National League West and again won the NL pennant, setting up a rematch with the Yankees in the World Series. LA would lose in 6 games, but again in Game 4, this time after Reggie Jackson stuck his hip into a Bill Russell throw to first, Lasorda provided another memorable moment on national TV. In 1981, Lasorda would lead the Dodgers to one of the most memorable seasons in franchise history. Fernando Mania swept Southern California as 20-year-old Fernando Valenzuela would win the Cy Young and Rookie of the Year awards. 1981 would be the final season together for the Dodgers infield quartet, Ron Cey, Bill Russell, Davey Lopes, and Steve Garvey. And for the third time in his first 5 seasons, Lasorda's Dodgers faced the Yankees in the World Series, only this time led by co-MVPs Cey, Pedro Guerrero, and Steve Yeager. The Dodgers won in 6 games, bringing the title of world champions back to Los Angeles for the first time in 16 years.
The Dodgers are the 1981 champions of baseball.
This is something that has escaped us for a long time, and we wanted that championship so bad.
Division titles followed in 1983 and 85. They'd win the West again in 1988, the season that would become Lasorda's managerial legacy. The 88 Dodgers had no player hit over 300 or drive in more than 90 runs. The team batting average was just .248. But with National League MVP Kirk Gibson providing the intensity and Cy Young Award winner Orel Hershiser having one of the greatest all-around seasons in baseball history, the Dodgers entered the playoffs seemingly a team of destiny. LA had beaten the New York Mets just once in 11 regular season meetings and were heavy underdogs in the National League Championship Series. But the Dodgers won a memorable 7-game series thanks to Hershiser's 3 starts and a save. They advanced to face the heavily favored Oakland A's in the World Series.
It took so much effort, so much desire to get to that game that I thought they're going to beat this team.
In Game 1, Lasorda called back Dave Anderson on his way to the plate, pinch hitting the injured Kirk Gibson, providing the most memorable, if not the greatest, at-bat in World Series history.
And with 2 out, you talk about a roll of the dice. This is it. Still in the 9th inning. Not a bad opening act. She is gone.
In Game 5, Hershiser would throw a complete game 4-hitter, adding World Series MVP to his 1988 accolades. Lasorda would win the World Series for the 2nd time and the 6th in franchise history.
This was 25 guys who really and truly played for the name on the front of their shirt and not for the name on the back. They were the greatest bunch of guys that ever played for me.
Nobody thought we could win the division. Nobody thought we could beat the Mighty Mets. Nobody thought we could beat the team who won 104 games. Nobody believes it.
The 88 World Series, as Vince Scully famously called, in a year that had been so improbable, the impossible has happened, would be the final postseason win of Lasorda's 20-year career.
The people in the city better buy tickets because they'll be fighting for tickets in September and October, and then we will all be dancing in the streets of Los Angeles in October.
Lasorda's final game, a 4-3 win of the Astros at Dodger Stadium, came June 23, 1996. The following day, suffering abdominal pains, Lasorda would drive himself to the hospital, where doctors discovered that the manager, in fact, had a heart attack. 5 weeks later, despite being medically cleared to return to the dugout, Lasorda felt he didn't have the temperament to passively lead his team. So on July 29, 1996, Tommy Lasorda officially retired as the Dodgers manager.
I felt that even though the doctors had given me a clean bill of health, that for me to get into uniform again, as excitable as I am, I could not go down there and not be the way I've always been. That's quite a decision I had to make, and a tough one, because I love to manage.
In parts of 21 seasons, Lasorda won 1,599 games, 8 division titles, 4 National League pennants, and 2 World Series. Following summer, the Dodgers retired his number 2. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility.
This is the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my lifetime. I am living a dream. Thank you.
Lasorda would come out of retirement to manage the 2000 United States Olympic team. And just like the 88 Dodgers, his team would overachieve, winning the gold medal against the 2-time champions from Cuba. Although as coach, he did not receive an actual medal, Lasorda would call winning gold his proudest moment in baseball.
I cried. I cried because I really felt that I had done something for my country. You asked me.
Despite being a retired Hall of Famer, Lasorda continued to entertain as honorary manager of the 2001 All-Star Game. His one-inning stint as third base coach would provide one of the more humorous moments in the history of the Midsummer Classic.
Shattered bat, and it catches Tommy Lasorda.
2011, to celebrate Lasorda's 84th birthday, Dodgers manager Don Mattingly asked the Hall of Famer to join the team in the dugout as honorary coach.
Do I need to get those?
Huh?
Do I need to get those?
You gotta help me out with them.
In May of 2017, Lasorda was hospitalized for several days. Despite undergoing surgery to have his pacemaker replaced, he vowed to be back at the stadium later that season. True to his word, just 2 weeks later, Tommy made his return at the annual Old Timers game.
Let's hear it for the Dodgers special advisor to the chairman, the mayor of Blue Heaven on Earth, Tommy Lasorda.
Lasorda's presence was felt throughout the Dodgers' historic 2017 season.
Hey, Skinner. Love you, Skinner. Thanks for being here. Let's win the first. That's right. We're going to win the first one. You got to win the first one. Can't win them all. You know, that's right. All right.
In September, prior to a game against the Giants, fittingly more than a dozen of Tommy's former players joined Dodgers dignitaries and the commissioner to celebrate Tommy's 90th birthday.
On behalf of all of us in Major League Baseball, Tommy, I wish you a very happy 90th birthday and many happy returns.
You're the greatest fans in the world. We owe you a championship. Let's go.
Later that fall, the Dodgers advanced to their first World Series since Lasorda's championship team in 1988. And before Game 6 against the Astros, Tommy and his MVP Orel Hershiser threw out the ceremonial first pitch. Through all of his years with the Dodgers, there was always one place where Lasorda's unbridled passion for the team and its players was on full display: spring training.
I love coming to spring training. It gives me an opportunity to see the players. Hey, I try to instruct them on what it's going to take for them to be successful in this game. Hey, how are you? You see, there are three types of guys. Number one is the one who makes it happen. Number two is the one who watches it happen. And number three is the guy who wonders what the hell is happening. You gotta be that number one guy. Make it happen. Well, you gotta snap it, son. Snap that belly button. There you go. I do everything I can to help our organization be the best. Catch that ball out there. You're taking a step away from the runner. They take me away from spring training, I quit.
Telling Tommy how much that meant to me. R.I.P. to baseball legend. Tommy Lasorda spent 71 seasons.
You're a happy, good man, Tommy Lasorda.
I love every day of my life, Larry. I live the greatest life.
Lasorda would serve the Dodgers continuously after retiring as manager. His titles included vice president, interim general manager, senior vice president, and special advisor to the chairman. While his title may have changed, his role was always to be the Dodgers' greatest salesman.
And I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I'll never forget this man. For all that he and the Dodgers have done for me and my family. I thank him and his wife Annette very much. I'm the luckiest guy in the world, I tell you.
Thomas Charles Lasorda not only leaves behind an incredible baseball legacy, but unquestionably, Tommy also leaves behind a legion of fans he entertains throughout his lifetime.
I love this place. Sometimes I sit here and I can't believe it. Blue heaven on earth. And that's what I think. I used to say, hey, if you want to get to heaven, you got to go through Dodger Stadium.
Justin Turner tweeted out.
That's right. You hear that? You gotta, if you want to make it to heaven, you gotta make it through Dodger Stadium. Yup. Tommy, God bless you.
Yes, sir. Okay,
If you win, they all
yeah, right? If it doesn't go good, it's the coach's fault. Right. If it goes good, I should get all the credit.
That's right. That's the way they do it.
After wishing manager Don Mattingly good luck, Lasorda finally made it to his front row seat to watch his Dodgers on opening day.
This is a holiday. It's a holiday, a baseball holiday. Opening day. You can't beat it.
Hard ground ball by the diving Jet Jerko.
I'm honored to be sitting with the great Magic Johnson. I admired him. I watched him play. This guy here could be a star. He knows how to play the game. I see Magic and said, well, then you learn. Right, Magic?
I second that, Tommy.
Thank you, Magic.
And thanks for teaching me baseball.
No, thank you for teaching me basketball.
He hits one to right. Puig on the run and one-hands it.
You were born to be a Dodger, and I was born to be a Laker. And look at all the World Series and NBA championships we have together. 2 champions, 2 Hall of Famers right here.
High fly ball down the right field line, hooking in the corner, and it is gone. Home run.
We're going to get a little luck. We're going to get a little luck.
That's right.
That's Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, baby.